Hello everyone and welcome back to Valorant Challenges Oceania Stage 3 Promotions and Relegations. We have iPGN versus Tiny Turtle Squad today, and let's get right into things. Let's look at the maps. I accidentally pressed the button to show it just a second ago, but let's have a look at them. As it's going to be Haven up first, picked by iPGN, and then we're going to be going into Sunset, the pick of Tiny Turtle Squad, and if we need to, we will be going into Ascent. And yeah, I'd definitely be happy to see a 3-map series. Haven't had any in the game yesterday, but hopefully we can see that today. We will see, and I definitely cannot wait. But yeah, we will be getting into things in just a second, just getting all the players ready. I need to remember to turn my Discord notifications off. Apologies if any of that just came through. But that is all done and ready. The players are ready, so we're going to send it over to the lobby. As, yeah, definitely can't wait to be getting into things. And, yeah, nothing much more to say than that. First map up is going to be Haven. As the players, they're going to be hovering their agent selects, choosing what they want to play. And of course, Haven just recently coming back into the map pool. I believe it was in there for the group stages of Stage 2 that were actually quite recent. But I believe, I don't know if Tiny Turtle Squad's made group stage, so it might be a while since we've seen them actually play Haven. But we will have to see, of course, what they can do here against iPGN, because, I mean, Tiny Turtle Squads, they're definitely the underdogs here. iPGN, well-known, well-established team in our region, and, well, iPGN, they're quick with the agent selects, and we've got an ISO. Definitely going to be very interesting to see how they make that work. There's been a lot of teams running ISO here on Haven, notably Fnatic. They're very good with it. And, of course, in the game I casted yesterday, Rub and Pug versus Stack Like Pancakes, I think it was Eco who played ISO on both maps and was absolutely destroying with it. So it'll be excellent to see what 1-1-1-1. There's 8 ones. I forget. I think it's I believe they told me who it was. Let me go have a look. It's either EZK or Fee. I'm not too sure who it is. But hey, we will see. We will see. On the other side of things, a bit more of a standard Haven meta comp. It kind of looks exactly like what the meta was back last year when before Haven got taken out of the map pool. Pretty standard stuff. So we'll have to see what Tiny Turtle Squad can get done with these agent picks. And on the other side of things, you know, sure, you're playing a double duelist and single initiator, but other than that, it's not really too much different. I'm just definitely super keen to see what EZK can get done with that ISO. I'm just going to assume it's EZK. They kind of swapped up on me. But anyway, we are in the lobby now, so let's get into things. Going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here could be... Whoops, wrong button. Anyways, we are in the game now. It's going to be iPGN starting on the defense and Tiny Turtle Squads starting out here. Going to be attacking on Haven. And... oh, my buttons are working, but they are swapped around, so that's not great. Anyways, we'll sort out the tech issues as they come. It's Oceania, we're used to that, but hopefully it's going to be a smooth stream here if I can remember to press the right buttons. Looks like early on here, it's going to be some early presence shown towards the C site from Tiny Turtle Squad. You can see that fault line is held down. Send Nove is going to get the first blood onto Vex. That's the C site with no defender left on it. Of course, there are some rotates going over, but I don't think the plan for Tiny Turtle Squad was ever to commit. They had these players in these positions to be ready for these pushes, and Wisdom Cat, he's going to convert that. Holding mid, holding garage door this whole round. Excellent work there. As now the hit is going to go on towards the B site. It's completely open. No one is around. And Regen, of course, is here holding the flank. Gets the first and a nice kill. Nice headshot onto Logic, but unfortunately it's through the wall. So Logic still alive. 2 HP to Regen's name. Both players would go down to 1 shot as Logic converts both the kills. Stunned up, forced back. So now it's a 2v3. Both of the defenders very far apart and still a lot to clear. His main is going to start working his way forward. Logic has been taken down and it's a 1v3 for main. HP is there, but the shots are not as gone. We'll convert the pistol round for Tiny Turtle Squad. And there we go. It's going to be a pistol round for the Tiny Turtle Squad. Like I said, This is iPGN's pick, I believe. Gonna check that real quick. Yes, it is. Okay, my memory did not fail me yet, but yeah, I mean, pistol round for Tiny Turtle Squad, so they're gonna be happy with that, I would imagine. And interesting to see that iPGN very happy to have a little bit of an investment here. 4 sheriffs coming out. So we'll have to see if they can make that work for them.
Cover going out.
Seen a lot of sheriff buys recently. And sometimes it's more successful than others. But definitely able to deal some damage, that's for sure. Logic is going to be sitting in this corner. Some sub utilities thrown out just as Beta's Logic takes a few shots. But can't find the mark. Nove forced up to a rifle. And it will convert. As I say that, Main peeking out from mid. Wins the fight against Wisdom Cats this time. Songri has actually managed to stay alive here, avoiding the aftershock. He hasn't been cleared. Regen falls, but immediately traded. Spike dropped. But as I say that, the superior firepower Gon is taken out too. Lerchi is going to finish it off. As it is a low buy, so fair enough. You can't really expect too much out of it. And yeah, it's going to be the anti-eco round converted pretty cleanly for Tiny Turtle Squad. So we'll have to see what iPGN can do now that they've got the guns out. I do apologize, I'm still a little bit under the weather at the moment, so if I start coughing, that's why. And I might take some occasional breaks to drink some water, make sure I stay hydrated, as should you guys. So it's pretty cold, but don't let that stop you from drinking. Anyways, getting into the round, Nove's got the first, that's a second, a clean shot onto Songri. That's mid, immediately busted open. The duelist of Tiny Turtle Squad dealing so much damage. And players nearby, another target spotted, peeking around. What a beautiful paranoia. Nove's gotten 3. And the B site fully in his hands, but Vex is still around, still waiting. The attackers have actually flipped the map. They're going over towards A, and Nove, he's on for the ace here. And he knows where Vex is, but unfortunately he can't convert. But the round is done. The bonus converted for Tiny Turtle Squad. As what a start from Nove. 4 kills from the duelist. That's what we want to see from Tiny Turtle Squad going against the Giants of iPGN. Wow, what an opener from Nove. The first 2 kills. Just clean shots out here at mid. And then continued on towards the side. Beautiful supporting teammate from his, supporting utility from his teammates. Allowed him to get that 3rd one so easily. We're getting back into things. Maybe a little bit of a skirmish over here towards A. iPGN, though, haven't invested too much, and it is a bit of a low buy, seeing as they did lows against the bonus. See, Wisdom Cats and Regen making things fast on the other side of the map. Songri fighting back just for now with the Sheriff. Gonna grab that ult orb, and oh my gosh, gets that shot after coming off the ult orb. Nice shots, but that's kind of all it is, because it's a 1v3 for Logic. He only has a stinger. Unlikely that he'll be able to get much done with it, as Nove. Once again, clean shots coming out from the duelist player of Tiny Turtle Squads, and this is not the start that I was expecting, that's for sure. I mean, I know Nove is an excellent player, but, I mean, that's a banging start, 8-1. As Songri had some nice shots, but, like I said, you only have those lower buy weapons, you know, you have to make sure everyone's hitting their shot. It's very unlikely for one player to be able to do it all. So we're getting back into this round. Operator out for Logic. He's going to try and spot a player out here. And the shot is landed. Light Sheet jumping up onto the boxes. Will be taken out. Now the Hunter's Fury invested over towards C-Long. Hearing that drone, he's gotten regen. Couldn't get out on time. Having that piece of utility out, of course. So they're unable to move while controlling the Owl drone. So, 2 kills, first blood. Go on the side of iPGN. So an early advantage. They're looking for more here. Enemy tag. But EKS is immediately taken out of the round. EKS? Why did I say EKS? It's Easy K. Gosh, it's very confusing when there's only 8 1s on the screen and I have to try and remember who it is. But anyways, gonna be trying to fight back here in C main. Songri is the only player waiting, really. Smoke gonna be sent out to try and just claim the space back, make sure it's well in the hands of iPGN. And even though there was a lot of presence over towards C,
30 seconds
they
left.
still haven't invested too many players here, considering it is 3v4. I'm just pulling numbers out of nowhere. Anyways, they would be correct, though, to have the majority of their players stationed on this side of the map, as looks like Tiny Turtle Squad are going to go towards B, and there is players nearby. Vex is going to be the first to collect. Songri, actually,
One enemy remaining.
from Link, is going to be making his way onto the site, and Vex cleans it up. So an almost flawless round for iPGN here, able to finally recover, stop the bleeding a little bit. It all started with that operator shot from Logic. Great stuff to open the round, getting active in swords, getting on those aggressive lines early. And that's what you want to see here on Haven defense. You gotta make sure that you can get that jet operator online, make sure it can hold down one part of the map so you can put the rest of your forces on the other side, on the other half. Just some basic Haven map theory for you. And of course, this time they're gonna hope that maybe Tiny Turtle Squads will be a little bit scared of the operator on A, but they are not deterred at all. And it's only Songri here waiting. He's gonna call for his teammates to rotate over as he just falls back, gives up that space. He knows he can't fight 5 players on his own, and he'd be right. There's 5 players right there. Slowly making their way forward. The Rolling Thunder sent out, donned in a flash so Nove can dash in. There's no one on the site though, so the ult will not hit anyone. Spam through the dark cover. The utility sent back, but it's all kind of futile. The bomb has gone down. Now, Tiny Turtle Squad can take their picking of these post-plant positions. Owl Drone is going to start this retake off. Vex looking to try and get in here, but so much utility from Tiny Turtle Squads invested to try and hold on to this as Logic has the blades out. He already got one with the operator. EZK jumping out. Unable to find any Logic though with the blades. There's 2. 1 HP left. Back to the operator as Regen takes them out. Back down to a 2v2. The tap into the spike will draw out the Hunter's Fury as Wisdom Cats has gotten Vex. And so is now it's all down to Songri. There's not enough time. He's going to have to fall back. And the round is going to go to Tiny Turtle Squads. Going ahead 5-1 now. What a round that was. A 5v5 retake. Chaotic as always. Oh my gosh. It definitely got a little bit scary there. Just for a moment, it seemed like iPGN could possibly be making something happen as, well, Nove did a lot of work there with the blades, with the operator. I mean, to even find 1 kill on a retake with an operator, that's already impressive, right? An operator is one of the hardest weapons to retake with, really, when you're smoked off, when there's so much utility to hold you back. To be able to find that timing, to find that shot. Nove and Logic, both jet players, definitely are feeling it so far. And I imagine that's definitely going to be something we're looking at this entire series as to which jet can have the most impact. As, you know, I know that they're both great players. I've casted both of them before. I'm familiar with both these teams in this region. And it's definitely the duelists that are always that standout player for the teams. So we've seen flashes of brilliance so far from both of them. As we turn our attention to the timeout. It's going to expire soon. I believe it is from the side of iPGN, taking some time to think about what their approach is here. It's your own map pick, and sure, Haven, traditionally a little bit more attacker-sided. And of course, when you're playing this double duelist comp, maybe it's not your favored side either, but definitely still got to try and make something happen. And, well, also have to look at EZK on the ISO. Only has the one, no kill so far, not even the 1 kill. So, definitely going to be looking at that and hoping that they can make something happen. But Nove, so far, has not letting anything happen for iPGN as he's gotten the first blood over towards B once again. It's going to be a simple B hit. The plant's going to go down. Nothing much to stop it as Nove looking to fight forward, but Logic converts that kill with the operator. That's a rifle that can be picked up for this retake now, but Tiny Turtle Squads, they want to fight forward, and Logic is holding for it. And TTS will just fall back for now. Regen's gotten 1, holding on to mid. The push out of garage, unsuccessful. And Logic now left with so much to do. A 1v4. He'd have to get an ace to win this round. And sure, there's some time left, but I doubt that it's going to happen here. He's probably just going to try and hold on to this op, but he is being slowly surrounded as tiny turtle squads. They want this. They want to get this operator out of Logic's hands. And Logic, he's going to keep getting these kills, and eventually, maybe he's going to get an ace or he's going to get shut out, as that will be what happens. And we did have a disconnect in the middle of that round as well. Nove has unfortunately disconnected for now, so hopefully we will be able to get him back in. Let's talk a little bit about what happened there. Logic was kind of left to do it all. Like I said, when you're the jet with the operator, your team has to trust you a lot to hold on to whatever part of the map you're stationed on. But then if they don't go there, then it's quite difficult to try and, get back into things and try and retake with that operator. And so we saw that the whole team kind of unable to, get that retake started really, and it leaves Logic on an island on his own where he gets overwhelmed and can't save that operator into the next round. So it is just going to be an eco here. As I believe Nove should be reconnected here. Just checking if everyone is ready. As it seems that one side is. We'll see if iPGN is ready. Should be getting in any second now. As, okay, apparently we're waiting for one of the other players. I don't know if they've disconnected or if they've gone and trying to take a quick potty break or something like that. We'll never know. Of course, iPGN, you can see it on the money. They don't have the most. Going to be sheriffs for the most part. As well, everyone is ready now, so the timer is going to start ticking again. We're going to be getting straight back into things. As it's going to be on iPGN here to try and make something happen. If you can do it on a thrifty, that's definitely a great way to get the mental going again. Maybe things potentially feeling a little bit down after losing 6 rounds like this on your own map pick. So we'll have to see what the adaptation is, if they can get something done here with the sheriffs, or if it's going to be potentially a quite large lead here. As, the push down mid hasn't gone very well. John's won it out. He's going to be clearing all this KG utility quite swiftly. Be sending some utility over on towards the C site. Gon is going to open it up. Pushing out of the smoke is EZK, and Gon's gotten 3 on the round. It's against decos for sure, but definitely being so careful with how he's clearing the space. Sending out great utility as well to make sure his teammates can go in. He's going to look for Logic here, the final one remaining. Spotted out. Logic sends some shots, but he only had the 1 bullet left, and Gon is going to get a 4K. 7-1 now, Tiny Turtle squads securing their advantage going into the next half, but there's still plenty of rounds left to be played here, 4 to be exact. As well, John, what a round. 3K, busting open that site, and ending it off with 4. Anyways, for iPGN, of course, no money to get that operator. The economy, it's hit tough times. And so, they will just be playing with the rifles, but plenty of ults in line for both team, and Logic is going to try and get active here. Lychee spamming it out, and he will get the kill. Songri looking to try and recover, try and get a trade, he will. EZK as well has gotten his first in this match. He's pushed all the way up, has that double tap, he's going to send out the undercut to try and find a little bit more before the double tap expires, but it's gone now. He does have this kill contract if he wants to invest it, but you can see his teammates, they want to push, they want to take this fight directly to the last remaining players on the Tiny Turtle squad. Vex potentially going to be pushing out off the back of this as well, and they will clean up beautifully, leaving Wisdom Cats, the lurking killjoy of Tiny Turtle squad, to do so much. There is time to play. There is also, of course, plenty of money for Tiny Turtle squad, so Wisdom Cats could definitely go for this, but you're on the polar opposite of the map. I don't know if this is something you want to go for, and surely these steps would be heard by Songri. Unfortunately, the shot is going to miss, though. So he's just going to fall back to hold that angle. Leave it all up to Wisdom Cats as that's a shot. And okay, we're going to see the kill contract invested here. Easy K looking to pad those stats a little bit, and he will get the kill. Just ensuring that that round is won. Even if he lost it, it'll just be a time waster. As I said, that spike was so far away. And so, iPGN finally claiming a round back. It's a little expensive. You can see, you know, 3 people went down. And consequently, those 3 people are going to have life shields in this round. And like I said, Tiny Turtle Squads, they're not going to be worrying about this at all.
Keep it cool.
And so yeah, we'll have to see if they can continue this. Money still on a knife's edge. And like I said, last round, still plenty of ults to play with. There's the Hunter's Fury sent out early. Regent's going to be tagged up. The Vulnerable coming in too late, so he will survive. Still going to be able to use his utility to try and hit this site. Unfortunately, though, that Rolling Thunder is not going to hit Logic, and he's holding down, spraying. He's gotten to cleaned up this entry. The ultimate's all for nothing. As this site is now locked down, finally, iPGN able to make sure that no one gets in. Lychee trying to fight back. He's gotten 2. TPing into the corner, and Logic is on top of the box here. Spots the shoulder, and there's the 3rd. It's the spike. Left so far away from Wisdom Cats once again. Another attempt at a 1v3. So Wisdom Cats is definitely maybe an underrated player on the squad. It feels like every time I watch him, he is hitting his shots. It's never really that is the issue for Tiny Turtle squads. It always seems that he's just the last alive, which, to be fair, you would expect from your lurking player. It's important that they can have that impact in the round, but when the rest of the team dies, it makes life pretty hard. So Wisdom Cats will fall. And iPGN coming alive a little bit here. Looks like they're finally getting it together. But the money, like I said, is still so strong for Tiny Turtle squads. When you're going on, you know, 4-round, 3-round streaks, the money builds. And I mean, even if they lose this one, maybe 1 or 2 players will be on a bit of an odd buy. But, you know, Nove's got the knives. He can drop someone. I feel like that even if they lost this round, they would still be able to buy before the last. So that early success of Tiny Turtle squad paying out, and, you know, dividends here. Making sure that they're going to be absolutely fine to put their all into the rest of these rounds. As this round, it's going to be Logic slowly creeping out. There is an alarm bot here, and that will spot him, reveal his position, and he's going to have to fall back. On the other side of things, Wisdom Cats has crept forward into garage. Once again, alarm bot there, position revealed. Same thing. It's just a question mark created on the map. Now have to make sure that there's a player watching that. You can see the dark cover comes out, so definitely a little bit cautious from iPGN to make sure that they have that space. Logic's going to slowly try and claim it back. These Tiny Turtle squads, they're just going to slowly walk up here on towards the A site. Wisdom Cats has gotten one over towards B. That's that lurk player catching that his opponent out of place, and he's found another one, and that's the signal. Hit go and start that hit towards the A site. Wisdom Cats eventually falls. It doesn't matter, the damage has been done. Even Main is the only player left on the site, but he's holding it down. He's gotten 3 out of nowhere, and Songri has arrived to back him up. As iPGN was a rough start, but they want to make sure that they come out of this half proving that this is their map pick for a reason. As how on earth did Main manage to get 3 there? He was fully blinded up, playing in his smoke. And it was a collateral, they just lined up. And then the supporting utility is so good, revealing that player, letting him spam, and getting a 3K. What a sight hold from Main.
Get out of my way.
It's now early B pressure. This is the first, well, I say the first time. This is not the first time that they've fought towards B and won it. As Vex, for once, is finally going to get one back. Songri as well, managing to hold on to the site, but gone. This time it's the Breach player to be able to try and get some of these kills. As I say that, all of a sudden, all the members of Tiny Turtle squad have fallen. As it will be 5-7. As iPGN have managed to scrape together a fairly respectable half here. And like I was saying, Haven does tend to lean towards the attacker side. So now, with this double duelist squad, we'll see what they can do here. Of course, Logic, he's been shooting. 13 kills for him. On the other side of things, it's actually gone top in the scoreboard. 13 to 8 as well, the exact same scoreline, of course, with a few more assists. Given that it is an initiator player, that's kind of what you'd hope for. And yeah, so I'd say it's still definitely anyone's game. But definitely impressive from iPGN after that timeout to pull things together, string together 4 rounds to close out that half. It's for the pistol round. Nove gonna look to try and contest mid here. There's no one home. They're all going to be going on over towards the A site. Because it's fast here. Regen, the only player going to be receiving things, and he's going to fight ahead of the dash. He manages to take one out. Gone as well. Now pulling up the flank. Regen has fallen on site, but there is plenty of players here to try and start this retake off fast. Easy take. Going to be clearing back towards Soz. He's not going to see anyone, but he's definitely heard people. And I don't think anyone's looking his way, so if he gets this timing, he spots one. Gone removed from the round. The other players, though, have made their way into sight. Songri managed to deal with Wisdom Cats. And Nove, alongside his teammate, have finally arrived. But EZK, having gone all the way around, has now arrived to help out on the site. Lychee, all the health, but not finding the shots. So 3k for EZK. He's getting back into things. This is his half. This is where the ISO is going to have to find value. Of course, on defense, maybe a little bit more understandable that it's, you know, harder to pick that timing to pop the double tap and try and find those favorable fights when the opponent can just halt and wait for that key piece of utility to expire. When you're playing ISO on the attack, of course, you're pushing the issue, and when they hear that shield go up, the defenders, they have to try and contest knowing that, you know, they're not favored in a 1v1, or they just have to fall back and respect the space. So once again, it's going to be early over towards the A site. Regen spotted by that recon bolt. Sends out a quick shock dart just to try and get some damage. He only has a frenzy here. I doubt he'll be able to get much done with it. If he does get a few bullets on towards Logic, but Vex will take him out. And once again, it's just a massive flank here. Songri and Vex, side by side, going to be looking to fight this as Songri's gotten one through the wall. And they will quickly clean it up. A flawless round for the anti-eco. What a play. Tying things up here. iPGN winning the second round, the second pistol. Able to convert their anti-eco as well. And now going into this bonus. Of course, there's a flawless round, so they'll have plenty of guns. I actually didn't have the biggest buy going into the anti-eco. 2 Bulldogs and a Guardian, but the main and Songri, I believe it was just Sheriffs. And they will choose to bonus, so they're going to be building a big economy if they can win this round. The Tiny Turtle squads, this is where things start to matter. You have the guns online now. It's a good recon bolt. Nove had a chance there to try and get a spam kill, but chooses to remain hidden inside the smoke. It's actually a dark cover sent in by the attackers, iPGN, just wanting to conceal their presence here over on A. And feeling that pressure, they are Logic, wins that fight. Regen gets one back, but not before it's traded by main. Once again, Logic with the Guardian making it work. That's all the defenders down on A. All of them just taking fights one by one. Logic's going to upgrade his rifle. So now it's 4v2 here. Bomb's actually going over towards the C site. There's Lychee, the only person here to defend. He's gotten the first and spamming while fully blind. 2 HP remaining. He's dropped the spike. He's dropped the people on the site as well. Suddenly, this is looking doable for the Tiny Turtle squad. Of course, the HP so low.
Last player standing.
Where was that even from? Logic just catching a glimpse of him, takes him out. And Songri with the Sheriff has taken out Wisdom Cats. So a bonus converted for iPGN as they finally take the lead here on Haven, on their map pick. As, well, a good try there from Lychee to try and hold on to that site, but unfortunately for them, that's all it was, is the low HP did manage to, you know, make things hard for him.
Right here.
Was his undoing. So this time, it's going to be an early streak of rounds from iPGN. Sending Tiny Turtle Squad down to that eco. They're going to be looking to fight over towards the C side. 2 players spotted. Main's gotten the first. Lychee only has a Sheriff here. The dart should reveal them. Maybe spam to come through, or maybe not. As the cross utility comes out, the undercut or the blind, you choose one, pick your poison, or you just run away. As EZK is looking to go straight through the smoke, looking to fight. As actually Logic manages to pick up that kill. Through the smoke is gone. Okay, that's 2 shots. Eventually gets traded.
Last player standing.
As the round will be eventually converted. Light by, not able to do it. Nice shots from Gon, but, you know, if you want to win a round on your own when you're on an eco, you're going to need 5 nice shots, not just 2. As Tiny Turtle Squad's fast to pump the brake. This is going into the next gun round in this half. So they're going to have to try and make something happen. So, Coach is going to call a timeout. Talk about maybe what they can be doing a little bit better here. This IPGN, well, they haven't lost a round since what was the score? It would have been, gosh, it would have been 7-1. They have not lost a round since it was 7-1. That is ridiculous. So, timeout. 15 seconds remaining. Feels like a long time when you're a player, when you're watching. Of course, I've been a coach myself over in Game Changers Oceania. I've been in that spot where you're talking to your players when you're down, you're losing the map. It goes by so fast. It feels like you can never get everything out. So we'll see what the adjustment is. What can they do with that 1 minute of extra time? Excuse me. Gosh. So, we will see what the plan is here. It's going to be early over towards C once again. Aichi going to be feeling that pressure.
It's you and
The
me.
kill contract is going to take them in. As it's definitely not favored for Aichi. EZK wins that out. Main's gotten Wisdom Cats on the site. And this retake is so hard. How do you win this 3v5? There's a lurk coming in through mid. Main's on top of the boxes. Chooses to fall back eventually as the smokes do fade. But it's so difficult here as Main shuts them out. That's a clean 4K there ahead of all of that utility. Those are some crazy shots right there. Let's take a look at what just happened. I mean, he sends out the paranoia. It doesn't even hit them. And he just swings. He peeked into them one by one. And even though he was blind, he got all those kills. Main. Nice shots. And, well, even though he's at the bottom of the scoreboard for IPGN, definitely still hitting. Tiny Turtle Squad. Timeout. Not enough. They're down to an eco round once again, and we're seeing this classic play that teams love to go for when they are on these eco rounds. Slowly walking out of B. I don't know if Nove was spotted here. I'm sure that the attackers are definitely aware that this is a possibility. Of course, they're just fighting over towards C-Long, doing what they've done almost every round. Main, taking a TP up on top. It's actually Main who had that operator, I was thinking. I heard an op shot at some point, but well, Tiny Turtle Squads definitely couldn't afford one, so it's Main maybe did see that push coming out of B. Maybe did not convert it as Nove is creeped all the way forward. Songri is gonna fall. Nove able to convert. Finding that stun on towards Vex, but that's what? That's a jumping shot, Vex! You can't be getting away with that. I mean, of course, it is against an eco round. You are expected to win this, but to still get kills in that fashion is absolutely ridiculous. Logic fighting forward. Maybe forced to fall back after that flashpoint. But no, Logic sticking around. Wanting to make this retake difficult. He's going hunting. He is on his own, so if he pushes the smoke, it will be dangerous. Teammate by his side now as he does get out. Regen has popped the Hunter's Fury and Logic will fall. As the spike hasn't even gone down yet, this is maybe a little bit overeager from IPGN, leaving Main in this 2v1 now. One with the shorty, and no way! From that range, are you getting a 2-kill with a shorty? No way! Main! That is crazy! What have I just witnessed? I mean, it was against an eco round. but there's no business where we should be winning that. Absolutely no way.
Cover going out.
That is ridiculous. This is map 1. If this is what we're seeing, I can't wait to see the rest. It's a quick no-scope on towards that alarm bot. We'll clear out that Killjoy utility on over in Garage Main. Feeling it now. 4K into a 2v1 like that is absolutely crazy. And he's feeling the confidence. He's pushed all the way up onto B, holding this line with the operator, falls off the angle for a moment. As Gon is going to take the timing to swing straight into the crosshair of the operator. Main continues to convert, finding the first kill in that round. As EZK has gotten all the way on towards the C site. Double tap, going to expire soon. That lowered timer definitely hurting here for the ISO player, unable to find the value off of that piece of utility. But once again, from iPGN, the play is to just fight forward here, sending out the undercut. Players vulnerable, fighting from 2 angles as iPGN have got their way up to 12. Match point here on map 1. Things started off rough for them, but they have won 11 rounds in a row. The resurgence from iPGN, the mental fortitude to be able to do that, absolutely crazy. And it went from floundering around to dominance here on Haven. How the tides have turned, and for Tiny Turtle Squad, what do you do? I mean, there's been some crazy moments. You gotta have the mental to recover from it. So once again, it's just gonna be fast out of B here. The blades popped, but finally that double tap finding value. As EZK stays alive in face of that utility, but the ultimate sent out now, and can he stay alive for much longer? The spam through the wall. It's a quick, fast one, as Tiny Turtle Squads will stay alive in this map for one more round. As it was all over in a blink. I was surprised Nove didn't manage to convert there, as EZK was stunned up. But fortunately he had that shield, kept him alive for just long enough to stabilize that spray onto the opposing jet. And well, that's going to give Tiny Turtle Squad an opportunity to potentially have a chance in this map. I mean, you know, still have 4 rounds to make up, but Nove's gotten an operator. And that round, definitely a confidence booster, as they clearly are not scared. Look at this, Gon and Nove just clearly wanting to walk all the way up. So that's the double tap and the kill contract going through for EZK. Had a bit of a mixed bag with this ultimate, but he's going to win that one. Wisdom Cat's removed. That 1v1 going the way of iPGN for the first blood in this round. Gon, though, has managed to trade one back. The spike has been planted, and this retake has to get started soon. His main is going to be spotted here.
Cover going out.
The Killjoy lockdown is going to come out. Main TPing into his own smoke. Having a little bit of a window here as well. Baichi's gone right into his arms. But now he's surrounded. There's no way he should be getting anything here, as he will fall. The Killjoy lockdown has gone through. And Regen's detained. Something that's all Nove. Shorty, once again at long range. Not going to be able to get anything done. It's actually... Oh, Nova's not enough time. Okay. So that's GG. iPGN, what a way to finish things off. They will win their map pick of Haven 13 to 9. 8? 9. How have I lost count? But anyway, yeah, that was kind of crazy. It was 13 to 8. I don't know how I didn't remember that. But let's have a look at the scoreboard. It's going to be Logic topping it with 21 kills and only 12 deaths. He definitely came online there towards the end as well. I mean, it was just crazy. I mean, it looked like iPGN were out of it. They were down 7-1, and then they put together 11 rounds. 11. It was almost a clean sweep from then on out. But yeah, they will be taking their map pick fairly decisively after they warmed up, and yeah, we'll have to be going to Sunset next. It is Tiny Turtle Squad's map pick. So we'll see if they can fight back. We saw moments of brilliance there at the beginning, but will they have that mental to come back into things? We'll be right back after a break. We're going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The third one on the round. Two players, both of these are low. Both would fall to one bullet as water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. They choose to contact into him. This could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though, 2 wonderful shots and a third. Taken down, massive effort on the site by Downtail. Opting to go for the information with the Owl drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zhugang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. Yeah, and Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a third. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jin's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. You go for a little bit more. This is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team. And now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back. Won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Of course, it doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top, Dasani plucks him out of the sky. Now position known. The grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whiff from Dynasty, and it's 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer, Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whiffing of that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall, and now Yuji peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a third. Really well played from Yuji. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the third, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get there. Spada bang. I think he was spotted. The knife might come out. 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way. Sure, he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out. He gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested, as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG. Hello and welcome back to Valorant Challenges Oceania. Split 3 promotions and relegations. We're going straight back into things for iPGN versus Tiny Turtle Squad. iPGN, they looked like they were out of it on their map pick, going down 7-1 to start things off, but then they came back, almost flawlessly converting the map and ending up taking it 13-8. As let's take a look at the map picks going into the rest of this series. As we will be going straight in towards Sunset. It's going to be the map pick of Tiny Turtle Squad, so we'll see what they can do with it. As we're going to be getting these players into the lobby in just a second. It's going to be all on Tiny Turtle Squads to see if they can make anything out of this series, to see if they can come back, and see if they can put a win onto the board. And so let's get into this map select, as I believe we have gotten it started. As here we are. Both teams now going to be loading in slowly. As once again, we're going to be seeing EKS. EKS? I don't know why I keep saying EKS. It's not EKS, it's EZK on the ISO. So once again, he's going to be playing that role for the side of iPGN. Is it iPGN? Yes, iPGN. I get things mixed up. And, well, it's going to be that same double duelist, mostly the same roles. It's just going to be Vex swapping over to the Cypher by the look of things. And on the other side, for Tiny Turtle Squad, well, it's quite a different comp. I'm going to be swapping Nove over towards that Raze. Regen is on the Gecko. And for the rest of it, quite similar, of course. Wisdom Cat was playing Killjoy. I think there was 2 Killjoys last. Yes, there was. There was 2 Killjoys over in Haven. So he's going to be going over to the Cypher here. The preferred duelist of Sunset, plenty of places to have those setups. So we'll see what they can get done here as we have loaded in, so let's get into the game. So, we will see what can be done here as I'm going to be swapping around this time. It will be, I believe, Tiny Turtle Squad. They're going to be starting off attacking here. So, oh no, there was 2 options and I got it wrong. It's iPGN attacking. I should just look at my other monitor where I have the overlay up, and it is, of course, iPGN there. As they will be starting things off where they were quite dominant on Haven on their attack side. Like I said, only losing that 1 round when things came to it. And so, going to be some early presence shown over towards a fault. Oh, actually that fault line was from Tiny Turtle Squad. Vex is the only one there, so A main control going to be well in the hands of Tiny Turtle Squad for now, as Vex going to take a timing to just peek out, try and get ahead of this one way, but he will fall back on the other side of the map. iPGN have made their way on towards the site. Zongri's gotten the first, taken out the Cypher player. Wisdom Cat's fallen. But Nove, he's gotten one straight back. Just spamming through that smoke. Stray ghost shot finding its way to ahead of iPGN. So we're down to a 4v4. iPGN happy to play the classic B main Sunset. Spam post plant here. So smoke will come out as the retake will begin. No one is here on towards the site. So Tiny Turtle Squad, they know that they have to focus in on this. 1-for-1 trade. As Nove, he's gotten one with the paint gels out of the smoke, and he's gonna get 4. Nove, what a retake, what an effort. This Tiny Turtle Squad once again will claim that first pistol. What a retake that was. Getting that first with just the paint shell there. We see it sent out there. And I think that fault line manages to make sure EZK could not get anything done there. Nove just finishing up some clean shots. It's a great way to start off the map. And they're going to invest quite heavily here into their anti-eco round. It's going to be 3 Bulldogs, a Spectre, and a Ghost. So a considerable buy here on the other side of things. Of course, iPGN, they did get that bomb down. They have that extra little amount of credits. So they'll invest into 5 sheriffs. So definitely got to be careful here, especially if you're looking at Regen. Playing in the smoke is the only one here as someone comes through. Songri managing to get that kill, traded by Gon. He's gotten 2, only with a Ghost. Managing to make that lighter weaponry work against the sheriffs. Somehow things have still gone alright here for the Tiny Turtle Squads, despite losing that first duel. So now Vex has made his way up, but Gon converting once again. Had an excellent round here. It's going to be a 4K. Main falling, and well, I said that it was a fairly heavy buy, but Gon managed to make the pistols work, so good for him, I suppose. I'm gonna drink some water. Coughs are getting to me. That midwinter sickness, not so great here in Oceania. Of course, I'm across the pond from most of the Australian players, so I think it's a little bit colder in New Zealand generally. Well, hey, at least I've got my voice, because last week I was unable to speak. But we're here, we're gonna power through it. Nove's gonna send it down and towards Tiles here. Revealed by that dart, he's gonna try and get out. Even though his position was revealed, the spam didn't come through from Songri. He's just gonna stay concealed here. There's so many players of Tiny Total Squad have pushed out. What a creative and aggressive play this is here on their bonus round. His main is going to spot them. He grabs the first, looking for a few more. He's spotted two, and so now they are surrounded. Snowbait turns his back. He will fall. Vex will convert his kill as well, as this has gone excellently for iPGN. They've managed to tie up all those loose ends, making sure that the aggression is calmed. Of course, I think that drone did not spot him, so Wisdom Cats should have a free one here. Perhaps two, as Logic is spotted, and Logic doesn't even turn his head after hearing those shots, so there's two. Of course, this is the bonus round. Wisdom Cats was going to have a go at things, but late luck from EZK manages to convert. And so, we go into the next round, and we'll see what the play is. Anyways, gonna be going into first gun round of the half. As well, we'll have to see what can be done. So I'm just gonna try and quickly snooze the ad. There's one trying to come through, and I really hope it doesn't, but I apologize if you do end up getting an ad. Gonna close that scoreboard. Apologies there. That's just Twitch being kind of annoying. It's gonna be a bit of a slower start here. Nove, off the back of that flash, he's gotten two. It's a great opener for the defense. Tiny Turtle Squad making sure that they don't let iPGN join any sort of runs here like they did over on Haven. Now, EZK pushed up here in the smoke. Gonna be trying to find any players out of place, but Gon is aware. And it's a flawless round there. All the players of iPGN falling one by one. Maybe just not playing in positions where they could trade off each other. It's unfortunate there. And so, we will have to quickly see. I'm just gonna quickly send a message in chat. Hi guys, in 3 minutes. I'm so sorry that this happened. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry that this had to happen. Anyways, we're back into things. I apologize once you guys get to this. Hopefully you haven't left. But, I tried to get it to run in the intermission, but the first map went so fast it didn't let me. So unfortunate there. Now, Lychee is going to be forced back here. iPGN going for a fast one here. I don't know if they have the greatest buy. It doesn't look like it, that's for sure. Logic manages to avoid that aftershock as Regen swinging forward, manages to catch main off guard while they were in that owl drone. A second kill to come through. EZK trading. Gon making sure that no one is accessing this site. So it's all down to Songri and Logic. Have a smoke to try and pass through up towards mid link here. And Songri potentially could catch Wisdom Cats, but no, so aware from the Cypher player that that was a gap in the defense. Drops the spike and it's all down to Logic. Who knows where some of these players are, but knowing is not enough when you're in a 1v4. So these players holding strong, holding the angles, a quick one tap will get it done. And so,
Cypher, just tell me where they are.
it's gonna be
I'll do the rest.
Tiny Turtle Squad once again starting things off well here. Proven that it's not a defense problem that they have. Maybe it was just a Haven problem. Of course, things definitely will change from map to map. It's not like if you're bad at defense on one map, you'll be bad at defense on all maps, but definitely recovering here. Looking at the scoreboard, Gon once again having a great start alongside Nove. On the hell side of things, look to Logic and Easy K to get online. This round's trash will be sent out. Nove is going to be sending it. I think at least one player had to have been caught there. Songri's been spammed out as the Aftershock manages to get one. The aggression tamed for now, though. His 2 kills come straight back the way of iPGN. Regen, position revealed. Logic looking to try and get a quick, cheeky little spot off. Regen is choosing to stick around here. That Owl drone might have caught a glimpse of him, but holding this angle, unable to convert main. Knowing he's there, adjusting the crosshair perfectly. It's iPGN looking like they have an advantage in this. So, just gonna call it pause now in this round, and well, gun hasn't been cleared, so straight back down to a 2v2. And that's the plan of iPGN, kind of foiled for now. They look like they wanted to come in towards the B site. And even though they have the time to rotate, it looks like that might be the decision as the hat comes off of the Cypher. Positions revealed. Unfortunately, Gon cannot convert that kill. So Wisdom Cats is now alone here on the site. He got one trade as Vex is now tucking tail, running over towards the A site. I think he does still have time. Wisdom Cats will catch this rotation. Camera not destroyed though. It's not going to matter too much as Vex is just going to run it straight over towards the A site. There's still trips around. He still has to remove the start. His position is fully known. Finally taking the opportunity to remove it. But if he takes one wrong step, he will be taken out. As Wisdom Cats converts the 1v1. Vex unable to do it. And Wisdom Cats winning the Cypher duel.
Spike defused.
This Tiny Total Squad once again pulling ahead here. 5-1. Just like on Haven, but they will have to do their best to try and hold on to things, to try and make sure that, you know, they don't lose such a long string of rounds like they did on Haven. But this is your map pick, and they are showing that they're definitely capable here. Gon continues to kind of just farm here, doing everything for his team.
That goes there.
Once again, it's going to be Marley A main start. So that TP should be heard. Okay, cancelling it.
And me.
Now the kill contract comes out. Easy K looking for this fight. Wisdom Cat's out in the open. Shield destroyed, and he wins the 1v1. First kill going the way of Tiny Total Squad. So now, Bomb struggling to get down. His position is well and truly known. Rolling Thunder off the back of that tap, and they're going to try and flood onto this. Once again, just going to try and bait out some of these swings, but the numbers are in favor of Tiny Total Squad. As Nove rushing in will get plucked out of the sky, but Gon remains solid as ever. It's all down to Songri swinging out of that smoke. Not a chance in the world. It will be 6-1. Tiny Total Squad. Like I said, getting closer and closer to that 7-1 scoreline that they got to over on Haven. Where after that, things did not go so well for them. But here, I mean, surely it does not happen again. It took iPGN some very, very heroic plays to pull it back. And we're not really seeing it here. Like I said, EZK and Logic at the bottom of the scoreboard. 2 kills for each of your duelist players. Isn't the best look here. Of course, Blade's out now for Logic. Try and see what he can do with them. Should have heard that camera. Instead, his position is just going to be fully revealed. It will get removed eventually. No tags to come through either. His main going to be creeping up here. Spotting the leg of Gon. That's the body shot going through. And the operator shot baited out. So now they know that there's at least 2 or 3 players there. They're going to try and reconsider. But a timing taken by the defense, so good from Tiny Total Squads, knowing that there might be a lurk that might try and get some space after hearing all that presence over on the B side. So they peek out, they get that player caught off guard. Now in an advantage against this eco is Tiny Total Squad. They should be primed and ready to take this round and bring us to 7-1, but they have rotated off the A site, and Lychee's the only player here. Sees quite a few, I would imagine. Now forced to try and get out of there. Spamming through the smoke. He's gotten one, and Logic eventually connects the blades. Almost didn't for just a second.
30 seconds left.
Now the bomb has a chance to get planted. Now in towards a retake. As Nove is going to be flying in with the showstopper. A quick 180. The op shot not able to come out though. Takes so long to pull out. But his teammates, they should be there. They should be able to convert. And Gone will finish it off. So Tiny Turtle Squads up to 7-1. Once again, just like Haven. They did it on attack. Now they're doing it on defense here on Sunset. What a way to try and get back into things. I was saying earlier that, well, it's going to take a bit of mental fortitude to come back after such a run of rounds from iPGN. They are doing so really, really well here. Now it's actually going to be an attacking operator brought out by Logic. Like I said, the duelists have not been finding that much value for iPGN. So maybe an operator is the answer. Maybe they're going to try and slow things down a little bit. Play a little bit more methodical. After all, when you give your jet that operator on the attack, you don't quite have that same entry ability as you do when the jet has a rifle and is able to be a bit more mobile. So, the door removed over at mid. Logic is on this line, and Lychee is actually over the top. So once that smoke fades, they're going to be in a dangerous position. It's a good one-way. And that's actually placed by the defenders, but funny enough, it's more of a one-way for the attack. The legs of Lychee are spotted. The operator shot is going to come through, bringing Lychee down to fairly low HP. It is just a leg shot, so they will survive. Send out the paranoia to try and make sure that no one comes in through market area. That was actually easy K. You're caught out for a second with utility in hand, but Lychee unable to hit that shot. Just gonna fall back on low HP. Nove getting active on the other side of the map. Vex wins the fight, but traded by Regen. As now it's gonna be the hit going over towards the B site, and Wisdom Cats. Cypher player remains surrounded, and Songri will convert. It's now gone left to retake with an operator. Regen cannot get all the kills required to win a clutch. And so, iPGN, they're going to find their way back into another round. Once again, 7-1. This is where things started to go wrong for Tiny Turtle Squads and iPGN. They've gotten their second. So, Haven is going to replay itself. And we should expect to see iPGN win in a few more rounds, but it's unknown for now. Of course, it surely shouldn't happen like that. I mean, I've been saying it this whole time. There's no way that we see iPGN win the rest of the rounds this half and then go on to dominate on the opposite side. And with the 2 first kills going the way of Tiny Turtle Squad, it looks like they should be locked in and secured to change the fate of Sunset, at least so far in this first half. Main, it's worked his way all the way up on the A site. There is 2 players here. So if he's not careful, Gon is going to get this kill. Actually, just spotted out, and Regen, knowing that position, is able to position his crosshair perfectly on that swing. And so, the players of iPGN were called on over, thinking that there was space available. Little did they know that Tiny Turtle Squad were lurking and waiting. Leaving Vex in this 1 versus 4. Spycap is not going to reveal anyone as Vex has gotten the first. Might be trying to go for this. He's popped the neural theft, so the positions are known. Maybe a chance to grab that spike. As he swings out of the smoke, spots Wisdom Cats for just a moment.
30 seconds left.
Does he know there's a player right next to him? No, he doesn't. Gone with the shorty, popping into that smoke. Gonna manage to get Tiny Turtle Squad up to 8. So, Tiny Turtle Squad have made sure that this time the advantage will be much more heavier in their favor going in towards their attacker side. We still have 2 more rounds left to play here in this first half of Sunset. We'll have to see what they can do. Things have definitely been a little bit quieter here for iPGN. Not quite having those flashy plays that they pulled out when it came to the sort of second half of the first half. So I guess the second quarter? I don't know. It's Valorant, not math. As as Nove is going to be completely overwhelmed here. Hunter's Fury to try and push them into the open, and somehow he's gotten out alive. His teammates now here to support. Gon continues the rampage here on Sunset. Picking up 2 kills. Nove getting back into things after escaping. And iPGN invested so much utility there just to be denied. Maybe it was some sort of eco round. Of course, Songri only has a sheriff. Vex looking to get forward. He's gotten the first, but Gon holds his ground as Songri, the only player remaining. And he will steal the 4K away, Lychee. But still, that does not take away from how solid Gon has been. 17-3. He's died 3 times. That's crazy. This is the ultimate support player here for Tiny Turtle Squad. I mean, he's getting all the kills. He's got amazing utility on the breach, and he just doesn't die. Absolutely crazy. And on the other side of things, well, iPGN, they're certainly struggling here on Sunset. It's looking quite likely that we'll probably see our 3rd map.
It's you and me.
Once again, we're going to see that kill contract coming through. EZK has the shield up. Lychee unable to convert. A great shot coming through. Main's gotten one as well. These sheriffs, they're finding their mark. As iPGN looking to take this to 9-3. They've pushed all the way up and gone. Now with the world left on his shoulders. He cannot hold it. It's 9-3. It's definitely an unfavorable scoreline, that's for sure. 7-5 sure was doable over on Haven, where the attack side is far easier. But here on Sunset, where maybe things are a little bit closer to 50-50, we'll have to see what Tiny Turtle Squad can do. And of course, they play in that double duelist, so they're not going to have the same sort of information that iPGN are not going to have the same information that Tiny Turtle Squad did. So, moving into this pistol round. Of course, so far, we're 2-1 in pistols. Tiny Turtle Squad able to pick up the first pistol round over on Haven and here on Sunset. Of course, iPGN managed to get one on their crazy string of rounds. And I would imagine iPGN going to be looking to do it again and potentially start things off strong here. It's EZK. One way in his face. He's going to look to try and get past it, but Lychee spots him. Shots are going to miss for both sides. Going to go back to a bit of a standstill. It's actually Regen. It's going to find the opener over here on the B site. Still 2 players left. As Vex is going to take this opportunity to swing, and it's straight into a high-low. Just 1v1 after 1v1 for iPGN, and they lose every single one. Tiny Turtle Squad looking good as Songri caught lacking over at mid. Almost looked like he was asleep. Logic's gotten 2 though. He's on low HP. He keeps on getting these headshots, but fortunately that last one was through the wall and gone. Will remove him from the round. Logic finally having that little spark that we saw so much over in Haven. But Gon is just denying it. Beautiful shot to finish off the pistol round. It's 10-3. As something tells me it's unlikely that Sunset is going to be going the distance, but who knows? iPGN, they put together 11 rounds in a row in Haven. They could do it here. Definitely not going to doubt them after what I saw, but here on TTS's map pick, they are looking prepared and ready. Maybe this was an unexpected pick. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. This round, it's an eco. It's going to be fighting towards mid. A little bit of a skirmish. Logic, once again, looking to try and find some space here in A main. Last round it was EZK. Now it's Logic. The one way has faded. Logic's gonna go for this fight, but there's so many players waiting. And what a mow down from Tiny Turtle Squad. All the players in the right place at the right time. It's a flawless. For going into their bonus. Not really gonna have to rebuy much. Maybe some shields, but we look at the weaponry. 2 Bulldogs, Spectre, and a Guardian. And certainly make that work. And on the other side of things, a Guardian, a Bulldog. I mean, the buy's looking pretty even on both sides. This is definitely anyone's game. Of course, we'll have to see if Tiny Turtle Squad can convert their bonus, they'll definitely be looking to win this map and take us over to Ascent nice and quickly. But we'll have to see. Novate sending it in. Aftershock to try and clear behind the boxes. There is players here, but no, once again, Tiny Turtle Squad, they're just winning all these fights. Logic's been spotted. Regen will clear them out. Now the bomb can go down. 2v5. Look at this. Wisdom Cats bringing up this flank. Isn't going to be anyone delivered to him just yet, but Vex's position is known. God is going to blind him up. It's a quick 1-for-1. There's going to be Tiny Turtle Squads coming out. 12-3 here. If you thought Haven was dominant from iPGN after they came back with all those rounds, this is Tiny Turtle Squad's playground here. Well, more specifically, Gon's playground. He's just doing whatever the hell he wants, and it's working. Absolutely putting iPGN in the dirt. Not a single player over on that side. Over 10 kills.
Yes, this should
Whereas Gon, he's got a Lion's Horde there. Dragon's Horde, I believe is the phrase, not Lion's Horde. I don't know why I said that, but anyway. Plenty of kills there. Novate sending it in. Great stun from Gon. Will be traded. There's not really anyone over on the site, but as I say that, Sangri has pulled up the flank and he's dropped the spike. Right cheek. Quick paranoia to try and claim this area back. He's got the spike and he's going to get out. Sangri, position known. And iPGN actually having a great chance here. They're going to keep themselves alive for just another moment. An unexpected push coming down there. I didn't even realize it was happening. It's too busy glazing Gon. But at this point, long road ahead. 8 rounds to bring us to overtime. And still, not a player with more than 10 kills for iPGN. Whereas the Tiny Turtle Squad, they're still alright. They won their bonus round. They got plenty of money. Even though they lost that last, they could lose another one and they'll still be fine.
Cover going out.
And of course, by that point, the last bonus would be up to 3. And so you're looking at potentially buying for another 2 rounds before they have to eco. And with the amount of chances left, still going to be plenty of opportunity for Tiny Turtle Squad to close this out. And so, it's going to be a spam kill to start things off. EZK's got another. So that's a good start there. 2 first kills going away by iPGN once again. Shield will be removed from EZK. Gone once again, having to do so much. It's Regen. Also in a tough spot here with so many players chasing him down. He's the player with the spike, so if he falls, there's definitely going to be no chance. And EZK is just running him down. All down to Gon. He's spotted main. As the kill contract is going to finish things off. Either he gets the kill, he's going to die. This is unfortunate. His main was standing right behind him. Just confirming that round win by using the kill contract. And fair enough. So unfortunately we have had a disconnect once again. Nove, once again, happened on map 1. But he did come back quite swiftly, so I'm sure we'll be alright. So we will take a short pause for now. I'm going to drink some water, make sure I still have my voice for map 3, because like I said, there's no way iPGN will go on another massive run of rounds, right? Surely not. And as I say that, Nove has returned. So we should be getting back into things. Both teams ready. So the timer will start once again, and we're going to be getting straight back into things. It's for Tiny Turtle Squad. Looking like they potentially want to go fast here. Nove one off the showstopper, so they're going to fight for A control quite early on here, potentially try and get that ultimate online.
Let's get set up.
And then maybe go for that A hit off the back of it. So Logic on top of this box. It's actually not fast at all from Tiny Turtle Squad, but they will win that first fight. Logic going down. Almost looking like he didn't expect it. Didn't even manage to shoot 1 bullet before falling. That's a bit of a weird round where Tiny Turtle Squad, they got the first. Their positions were revealed, and they're still so slow here.
Spike down A.
Actually, iPGN have managed to even the numbers. ZZK is here to fight, but Nove has removed his shield, removes him from the round.
Off your feet!
Now the Rolling Thunder main ahead of it, but Gon, once again, solid as always.
Last player
Now
standing.
down to a 1v1. The spike has been planted, and so Gon's position will be known. He swings out of the smoke and closes things out here for Tiny Turtle Squads. We're going to Ascent. And so here we go. It's 13-5 here, so a lot more dominant on Sunset. And I mean, what a performance from Gon. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. So yeah, 26-7. Kind of a whole class ahead of anyone else. Nove and Regen, of course, still having solid performances. But when Don's getting all the kills, I mean, Don was in the spotlight, getting his run every single round. And so yeah, now we're going to be going to Ascent, and definitely some question marks there for iPGN. And of course, we'll have to see what Tiny Turtle Squad can do over on that map too. It's great to be going the distance here, and yeah, we'll be back after a short break. So don't go anywhere, because there's one map left in the series to decide who will take it. We'll be right back. We're going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen, and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The third one in the round. Two players, both of these are low. Both would fall to one bullet as Water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. If they choose to contact into him, this could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though, 2 wonderful shots and a third. Taken down, massive effort on the site by Downtail. Opting to go for the information with the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zhugang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. Yeah, and Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a third. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jin's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. You go for a little bit more. This is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team. And now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back. Won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Also doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top, Dasani plucks him out of the sky. Now position known. The grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whiff from Dynasty, and it's 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer, Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whiffing of that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall, and now Yuji peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a third. Really well played from Yuji. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the third, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get there, Spada bang. I think he was spotted. The knife might come out, 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way! Sure he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out. He gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG. Hello and welcome back everyone, my name is Atlas and we're returning to iPGN versus Tiny Turtle Squad. It has been quite the series so far. Let's take a look at what has happened. Is over on map 1. It was iPGN's map pick where things started off a little rough for them. They were down 7-1 and then they won 11 rounds in a row to take it back. And it was quite dominant from that point onwards. However, going over onto Sunset, Tiny Turtle Squad's map pick, they were the ones to look dominant, winning it 13-5, and now we're on our way to map 3, so that's where we'll be going in just a moment, as we're all loading the players into the lobby. Definitely can't wait to see how this goes. Things definitely quieted down a little bit for iPGN over on Sunset, so definitely keen to see how things go as we are loading into the map select now. As we've got a Yo and an ISO locked in. That's certainly unexpected. Well, that's on Tiny Turtle Squad's side, so, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I did not expect to see them pulling out the double duelist with an ISO. So far, it was actually iPGN playing ISO on every map. But actually, they're going to be swapping roles around. It's going to be the excuse me, stock standard Ascent Tom for them, where they're actually going to be sending EZK on towards the onto the Killjoy, onto the Sentinel role. Apologies for my brother in the background. Anyways, we've loaded into the lobby, so let's get into things. So, well, like I said, definitely a bit of a switch up here for iPGN. Ascent, obviously, it's been around for quite a while. Of course, well, we'll have to see if they can get it done with the stock standard, or if Tiny Turtle Squad can continue on from Sunset and make something happen for them. Of course, they had an excellent performance over there, and really for iPGN, they had some great flashy moments over in Haven that they just weren't able to quite pull out again in Sunset. So going into Ascent here, it's going to be on them to try and bring this back. They claimed the first map, and so now they have to recover. They're the ones in the hot seat. Of course, for Tiny Turtle Squad, when you pioneer in a comp like this, of course, a lot on your shoulders as well. How do you make the Yo and the ISO work? It's going to start off with being fast here towards the safe side as 2 fall to the Nano Swarms, and main will quite quickly remove the rest.
One enemy remaining.
As well, this is quite a lockdown here for iPGN. They're looking to get Lychee out of this round. It's a flawless on the pistol. Great start from iPGN. So, well, Tiny Turtle Squad, they kind of got cooked there. There's not much that you can really say other than that. They sat in the molly and they kind of suffered for it. EZK coming straight from the ISO. Yeah, things were struggling a little bit into starting things off with a 4K. So definitely a great sign here for iPGN. Finally got the first pistol. They've had a history of having slow starts on both maps where things kind of got away from them to up to a 7-1 scoreline both times. So it's good that they've gotten the pistol around here. So now on their anti-eco round, they'll look to try and shut things out as soon as they can. But going in. As the Yo managed to upgrade onto a Spectre, and it's all a fake. Look at the rotate. They're all leaving. The site hits going over towards A. What a play here from the Tiny Turtle Squads. Pulling that one out of the strat book for an eco. Where suddenly, maybe they have a chance, but as I say, that EZK has managed to remove Gon. That's that Spectre down now, but Regen might go on a little bit of an exploration trip to try and pick this back up. They are at a numbers disadvantage though, and they are going to try and play a crossfire here towards Hell. They only have these classics, so they're going to have to try and make this work for them. As they do, just sit down here. Positions should be revealed. That knife revealing that there is 2 players super close. So Flashpoint comes out. Main going to remove Lychee from the round as Wisdom Cats. Unable to do it as Regen is going to throw a shock dart at himself. There's not much you can do here. So, well, the spike diffuser's already come through and swinging out. No time at all. And so, well, we're going to be left to question what could have happened if Gon had managed to win that fight at mid with the Spectre. It was a great play there. Really, really well played fake. to some degree, I definitely respect it. It's a very interesting play to try and pull out on an eco round where you're not likely to win. And it worked really, really well. But on the other hand, like, maybe you save that play for a round where you have the guns, and maybe then that goes absolutely incredibly. And so, yeah, an outlaw brought out by Logic, but no one had the light shields, and Gon and Nove, they're going to be absolutely obliterating here at mid. Songri left with a ghost, and there's plenty of players slowly walking him down. As, yeah, he's going to be overwhelmed here, trying to peek out. He's vulnerable. Only has a shock dart to try and keep him in it. As Nove's shield will keep him alive, letting him get a 3k. Main's going to get a consolation prize. Just a little bit of a backstab there, but that's all it is. This Tiny Turtle Squad strikes straight back. Now, for iPGN, the guns are out. Logic has an operator online very, very early here. Over on Haven, it's a little bit of a stretch going that far back. But, you know, when Logic had that operator, it was definitely the catalyst of them winning a few of those rounds on their defense. So, if he can get shooting, definitely a chance here. But he's stationed quite far back, all the way over on A Heaven. Playing a very reserved position. Not really anyone going to be coming his way for a little while. It is just going to be that default starting over towards the B main. Actually, iPGN, they're not really showing much presence anywhere on the map. They're playing quite far back. I mean, the furthest forward they are is main holding this angle. And mid is really just kind of open there for free for Tiny Turtle Squad. You can see Regen questioning the silence. Gonna choose to just fall back with his team. It's TTS slowly making their way over towards B, but I mean, they haven't really shown much presence themselves, so this is just going to be a hit coming out of nowhere. I don't know if iPGN will be expecting this, but they do have two players stationed in Boathouse. That gate crash is going to be sent forward. The double tap now out. The execute will begin. There's not really anyone here to try and stop them straight away, except for Songri. He's been waiting this whole time. Able to get one kill off his dart, and now side by side with his teammate. Songri's gotten another one. However, the double hold in the boathouse should be revealed now as more players make their way on towards the site. This setup has worked beautifully. It's all down to one. So what can Lychee do?
10 seconds left.
Doesn't look like it's going to be much. Time expiring. He's just going to try and save his rifle, I would imagine. But there is a player chasing him down. He will escape with his life by the look of things. Yeah, just. Okay. It looks like we might be going into a little bit of a tech pause again as Nove seemingly kicking the PC every single game here. As should be a quick one. I don't know exactly what the cause is, but it's happened every single map, and it's been pretty fast, so I imagine we won't have to wait too long. So yep, there he is. There's the little chat message saying he's reconnected. So I'm going to take a drink real quick. Reminder to hydrate, everyone. It's the middle of winter, but still, make sure you're drinking that water. This should be having that ready up call just any second now. There it is for both teams, and so that clock should start once again. There it is, it's moving. We're getting straight back into things. So yeah, I do kind of wonder what's going on for Nove. It's happened every round, kind of early on. But you know what? It's okay. And we'll have to see what he can get done. It's been pretty solid here for Tiny Turtle Squad, him and Gon. It's still very early days here, but iPGN definitely starting things off well here on Ascent. Of course, iPGN playing the tried and true, whereas Tiny Turtle Squad being a little bit more adventurous here. Nove working his way up towards mid. No alarm bot or anything here. It's just going to be a bit of a hold. Potentially Logic gonna peek out with an operator. There is players here waiting. So if he picks this timing, there's definitely an opportunity for a kill, and he's gotten it. Looking for a little bit more here. The dash. Prepped and ready, but Gon takes him out. A quick trade there. So now it's time for VCT to have a go at that fight. He's going to fall back, rejoin his teammate. Sangri has found Wisdom Cats over in B main. And so now for Tiny Turtle Squad, gotta reconsider the options, regroup. And it looks like potentially it's going to be an A hit, maybe even splitting. He's gone stationed up at mid, but he's only got 1 HP. But as I say that, it's not really going to matter as Region's gotten 2.
Cover going out.
Giving a Tiny Turtle Squad a chance in this. This is down from a 5v3 to a 3v1. So what a way to do it. Massive effort here from Tiny Turtle Squad to stay competitive here in Ascent. Of course, like I was saying, it's still very early. But on a map where against this very traditional comp, attacking is hard. So now we turn our eyes to Sangri. 1v3 ahead of him. It looks like he might be wanting to go for this. Has that recon dart. And, oh well, okay, no. Gonna nod himself out of this as maybe recognizing that not much of a chance there. Maybe felt like the time wasn't enough. And so he will just be saving. I feel like that's a completely reasonable decision. You know, you can't win them all. You don't have to play the hero. Just make sure you can have that gun into the next where maybe it can do a little bit more work. It's a wise decision as well, honestly, because, well, looking at the buy, it's definitely not perfect, as I don't think they'd really be able to have one at all if Sangri didn't save that. So, good decision making, realizing that your win percentage is more likely in the next round if you have a gun. So for Tiny Turtle Squad, things are looking up for them, managing to take that round back. No large strings of rounds here. It's gone. Gonna speed things up here. Just use that dimensional drift over towards the A site, but I don't think he cleared Vex. Vex not sticking around either. Maybe scared that for a moment he was seen. So he will just fall back. But so many players of iPGN are sitting and ready for this retake. The crossfire here from Gon is actually going to send out one of those blind sides as now the kill contract's going to go through. We're not going to be seeing what's going on in there as now fighting over in towards Tree. And the fights have gone the way of Tiny Turtle Squad. Even Vex now in a 1v2. I believe Nove did manage to win his kill contract. Tap onto the spike. It's all down to Vex. He's got 1 kill, but that's all it is. Light sheet. Spamming through the smoke. We'll be able to get the trade. Tying us up at 3 apiece now. It's good stuff from Tiny Turtle Squad. Try and make this happen here. I feel like going into this whole series, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, people were doubting them. I feel like on paper, iPGN certainly has a better match history under their belt here in this region. But Tiny Turtle Squad looking competitive. Aside from that early start in Haven, where things went well for them and then kind of got out of hand, ever since it's been absolutely great from them. Of course, a little bit closer here on Ascent, but still have 6 rounds left to play out here in this first half, and then we'll have to see how they fare on their defense with this double duelist comp. As the smoke fades in mid, there's not really anyone behind it, as that seems to be the theme here for iPGN. Maybe a little bit of feigned aggression in mid, but nothing's behind it. They're going into a stacked site here. Our Tiny Turtle Squad, Sangri's found the first with the Sheriff. Well, the Sheriffs are finding their mark. It's down to a 2v3 against the Seeker round. iPGN doing a lot here. They stacked the site. It was the right decision. The Tiny Turtle Squad just maybe not working the map enough here in this eco round. So Vex from the shadows only has a Sheriff here, and Regen knows exactly where he is. Can he find the shots before his teammates get here? There's the first. It's now leaving Wisdom Cats. It's 2v1. Wisdom Cats thinking about using this lockdown. Surely by this point he should know that they're close. So this is either going to hold them back or it's going to force them into them. He's seen both, and so he should be aware that he has to fight, as that nade was well placed and destroys the lockdown and gives a thrifty round for iPGN. There's nothing much to say about that one other than iPGN stacked a site, hit their shots, and the Tiny Turtle Squad kind of dropping the ball. He kind of went straight into them, and I don't know if it was just a small lapse in judgment, a bad read, or what the situation was, but that's a big blunder here. Had the opportunity to take the lead, but you're going to lose it to a Thrifty, go down to a low buy of their own. Logic's back up to an operator. So just like that,
Bot coming back.
definitely going to be looking at iPGN to now hold on to this and make sure they don't lose to a Thrifty themselves. So, wholly towards mid, as it is pretty much every round here on this Ascent default. Hasn't really been much there. There's a pop flash coming through one of the smokes. His target's here. If you want to go for this, you want to flash over the top. Wisdom Cat's caught completely blind in the open as Nove peeks out. It's a 1-for-1 trade. The Sheriff actually managing to get that kill. Songri is there, and even though Wisdom Cats gets that headshot, it's at long range and the Sheriff will not be able to convert. Lychee wasn't quite able to get there in time to secure a trade. But somehow, Gon's gotten into defender spawn, and by the look of the minimap, I don't think iPGN have any clue that the Yoru player is here. Region's gotten one with the Sheriff is, well, suddenly, potentially a chance in here as the numbers have evened up. Players low all around. There's 3 players that would fall to a stiff breeze. The operator shot, it sounded. Gon now has arrived, takes out the op, opens up the B site. He's not going to upgrade, he's just going to hold on to this stinger. Flashing onto site, there's no one home. So it's a free one, they should be able to get this plant down. Now the ultimate, the Hunter's Fury coming out. So many players low, like I said, Lychee's going to fall. They do get the bomb down. Now another Hunter's Fury coming out. Beside the Tiny Turtle squads. Like I said, everyone's low here except for Vex. The only person with full HP remaining. Gone. Maybe gonna choose a timing to try and swing into this.
Last player standing.
Songri has... What? No, he hasn't! Gon's got it! A Thrifty round straight back in return for Tiny Turtle Squad. Okay, that kind of came out of nowhere. Completely missed that last moment. I thought that maybe Songri might be on for an ace, but no, it's Gon winning the 1v2 in a Thrifty round to close things out, even though he only had 6 HP, so Gon continues his amazing performance from Sunset. Once again, we're going to keep on going back and forth. Tit for tat, Thrifty for Thrifty.
Right here.
And so, in another strange turn of events, it's iPGN back down to a low buy, so Tiny Turtle Squad now another chance against the low buy. Surely we're not going to see three Thrifties in a row. That's a bit of a mouthful. It's Gon in a bit of a dangerous position here. Sure, it's against the lower buy, but trying to contest this one way like this is definitely aggressive, and the blind side is not enough. It's not going to happen again. Surely not like this. 3 kills going the way of iPGN, but Nove and Regen take them straight back into a 2v2. Gun's potentially recoverable, so this is definitely still doable for iPGN as Regen's going to get this bomb down. Nove has the kill contract online. He can choose to take that out at any time as Songri is spotted. The shots are missing, but through the wall is Nove. Now definitely an opportunity. Soon as they spot where Vex is, I imagine Nove is just going to send that kill contract out just to secure this round and make sure that they can win it. That would be the percentage play. That would be able to secure it, but he's going to miss it. Nove unable to find it, and I feel like Vex might have known it was coming, but now with the shield up, Vex is distracted, trying to look for him, and Regen will manage to convert it. So no third Thrifty in a row. It will be Tiny Turtle Squad making sure things don't get out of hand, as it definitely could have. That was technically a 2 versus 5. Of course, early on in that, I believe Tiny Turtle Squad managed to get some trades back pretty fast, so in reality it wasn't quite... I mean, it was a 2v5 technically, but when you consider that the first 2 or 3 kills were trades, it's maybe not so bad. Anyway, gonna be early over towards... B site is gone, is going to be going in, clearing this out, spotting 2 players from spam to come through, but they will stay alive as Gon will clear the rest of the site. You can see just for a second there, EZK maybe trying to get past this, but no, they are fully pushed back, and there are players waiting directly outside this dark cover if they do try and push the issue. So now, the Null Command is going to come out, try and start off this retake. EZK already low on HP, and he's taken out, and somehow, some way, Lychee is still alive, pulling out the classic out of bullets. He'll find 2 with the sidearm and Nove will finish things off. I was gonna say, there's no way that guy's still alive. There's like 2 people peeking him at once and somehow he ran out of bullets. I guess he whiffed or something, but manages to make the classic work. Another round where it's kind of crazy. Don't exactly know what went on there, but you know, Tiny Turtle squads, they come out ahead and they've guaranteed that at least it will be 6-6 at the half, which when you're thinking about attacker side Ascent, it's pretty good. You can see everyone on Tiny Turtle Squad pulling their weight. 8 kills for 4 other players.
Shadows traveling.
So now early skirmish over towards A-Main, and Logic had the blades out, but unfortunately unable to capitalize. It's an eco round once again for iPGN. Feels like it's been one every single round. Wait, actually, wasn't last round an eco? How were they still on an eco? I don't quite... Unless a round has happened and I just like completely just have removed it from my memory. I don't even know. But anyway, next, he's going to be overwhelmed. That's for sure. He's gone running at him with a shorty. The shots are whiffing. Okay, that was a moment right there. That's for sure.
Last round in the half.
Well, now we're going into the last round of this half, and yeah, I don't know what the economics were of that, but I know potentially he could have bought, I mean, he's got 1,100 credits here. He might have been able to invest those into a slightly better gun last round. I don't know if it would have made much of a difference, but you know, you don't take anything through into the next half, so maybe a slight mismanagement there. But iPGN, one more chance to try and make things a little bit closer. Force at 7-5, you just 1 pistol round. And of course the anti-eco conversion away from tying it up.
You should run.
And so it's going to be a fast hit once again towards the A site for the side of Tiny Turtle Squad investing. Lockdown is main. Pop flash out in towards A main. It's gotten 2. It's a good start there, but the site has been collected, has gone as DP'd in. And now a lockdown to try and start off the retake for iPGN. Maybe looking to try and reconsider here. Spamming through that floor into hell. EZK is going to be able to convert a kill.
Area's clear.
So this round's kind of been foiled by Tiny Turtle Squad investing the ultimate. Maybe a little bit too obvious because iPGN were ready and waiting with a lockdown of their own. Vex was spotted for a moment. It's just going to send out that paranoia region trying to get a pre-fire through. Won't land though. Everyone's alive still. Just holding now.
30 seconds
Tiny
left.
Turtle Squad's 30 seconds to try and make something out of this 2 versus 4. Of course, still some ults to play with. If they do get that bomb down, Regen has the Hunter's Fury. And Wisdom Cat's now making that sound. Songri will hear it, and he's going to call his teammates over. Of course, from the shadow is going to mean that there's someone on the site waiting, and there should be no time for this to happen. Songri will close it out. It will be 5-7 at the half. I believe somewhere in the midst of that round, Nove had disconnected again, but he's back. So I don't believe we'll be going to another check pause. Yeah, I think he's moving. We are all good on that front. Was a little bit scary when you see that pink text pop up in chat saying that someone's disconnected. So, we'll have to see what will happen here. Songri doing really, really well here for iPGN and Logic. He's struggling a little bit. And he struggled on Sunset. He was great on Haven. But ever since Haven, it's been a little rough. EZK though. A bit of an odd position where he's had to swap from playing ISO twice in a row to now on the Killjoy, but he's doing alright. So on the other side of things, gone unable to make the Yoro work for him as much as, you know, the Breach was over on Sunset. Still, definitely a decent performance here, managing to take Tiny Turtle Squad to an advantage here going into this last half of this series. And Main's gotten the first kill over on the A side, and there's one for EZK. iPGN looking to tie us back up after winning this pistol. If they can convert, it's 5-3. It's a great start for them. It's Wisdom Cats sitting and waiting. Nove's gotten one, getting away with his life as well. He still has the double tap if he wants to pop it, but the fight's been taken to him before he can. Songri able to convert. Wisdom Cat jumping through with this classic. Fortunately, the numbers just aren't there for Tiny Turtle Squad. And iPGN will be able to trade their way through to another pistol round victory. But it will take them just that little bit closer. 6 to 7 now. We have to question. Even though Ascent does tend to be defender-sided, when you're playing this double duelist comp, is it the same? Because of course, KO, you know, not traditionally a stopping power agent, but when you consider Ascent with its small hallways and the fact that you can just throw that one 0-point knife and completely shut down all the entry utility, he definitely can be extremely useful on defense here on Ascent, which is why he's been in the meta for so long, as this is one of his strongest maps here. And Tiny Turtle Squad just don't have that in their arsenal. Instead, they're gonna have to fight. The blind side comes out. The eco round. 2 first kills. The Tiny Turtle Squad may be looking to try and make a go of this. Vex is mowing them down, though, as Nove will eventually get a trade down to a 2 versus 2 as Wisdom Cats. What a shot! Through the wall onto Sangri. Barely a sliver seen. As now EZK so low would fall down just from a shot from pretty much any weapon. On the other side of things, not the most HP either. EZK makes his way through as Wisdom Cats. Another shot coming through. It's through the wall though, so lucky for EZK, he stays alive for just another moment.
Spike
Tiny
planted.
Turtle Squad. This would be a massive thrifty to really turn the tide and how things are going. Does EZK consider that there could be a flank here? He's been spotted. The shot's missed from Wisdom Cats though. He's just going to wait for his teammate. And EZK is definitely aware that there's at least one player coming from the flank, but he's definitely still questioning, is there someone coming from defender spawn? Is there someone coming from market? Only 2 bullets left in the gun. So a lot to do, and Wisdom Cats will win the fight. So a thrifty round. This is like the 3rd thrifty we've seen in this series.
Died right now.
That early aggression over in A main was able to net Tiny Turtle Squad enough kills that they were able to convert. As Wisdom Cats had a great shot there. Even though we missed a few on the last, just that one to make it from a 2v2 into a 2v1, that was enough to do it. It might have even been a collateral, honestly, because I don't know how else EZK would have gotten down to that low HP. So we might have had a collat headshot with a sheriff through a wall. I mean, that would be crazy if that was what happened. I guess we'll never know. I guess you can always go back and watch that shot. Unfortunately, I didn't grab a replay of it. Probably should have, but oh well, we will see. It's now going into this round where it's going to be an eco after that thrifty. Funny how Tiny Turtle Squad have managed to do this twice now with these eco rounds. Flipping the script when it's least expected. First it was a thrifty from iPGN, TTS got one straight back, and now a 3rd in the second half, but Logic's found the opener. Finally, potentially coming online here, upgraded to a Vandal, top of the generator, spam through. It's gone, we'll find one back. I think that was maybe just Sangri caught out of place trying to take a fight in heaven. I think that might have been what happened, as Gon has gotten another one. It's now going to be starting this retake. Break down that door as Vex. Gonna call the bluff on that decoy. Is well, they're not gonna clear him still. This has gone terribly wrong. This might be a 4th thrifty here. Unless Lychee can do something crazy. Gonna be trying to TP out. It's a fake though. The turret's looking the wrong way. There's not much time left in this, as Lychee's position is known to spraying through the smoke. There's no time left. The knives have come out and Logic's found 4. So that's 4 thrifties in a row now. Not in a row. Jeez, that would be absolutely absurd. But 2 thrifties in a row over on the first half, and now 2 thrifties in a row here on the second half of our final map. And I mean, what can I say? I definitely wasn't expecting that, as Nove has disconnected once again. This man, he's disappeared quite a few times in this series, so unlucky, I guess. Once again, I'm gonna take a moment to grab a drink of water. My voice is slowly failing me. My sickness, it's catching up to me. Yeah, take a moment to hydrate. So, yeah. So, just a pause for now. Hopefully Nove does come back. I mean, the times he has left, we haven't seen that, funny little yellow symbol, the fully disconnected symbol come any time he has. But, as I say that, he's back. And so we're all good. Hopefully he doesn't disconnect again. There's been quite a few. But the players should be ready now. Just waiting for iPGN to send that ready message themselves, and we'll get straight back into things. So, well, it's been quite the evening. Yeah, and I mean, definitely things have quieted down. Things have gotten considerably sloppier with the amount of thrifties we've seen here on Ascent. I mean, 4 thrifties in a whole entire series. It's like, okay, fair enough. It happens every now and again, but 4 in one map of the series is rather insane. Nove is going to be spotted out. Logic will get that kill, but traded by Regen. Only has a frenzy though, so he's not going to be around for long. Gone with the shorty, unable to make it work. Lychee trading back though, so Tiny Turtle Squad, definitely opportunities to make this work, but that's a huge shock dart to come through. Wisdom Cats, nice shot to start things off, but that's all it is. So we're back tied up to 8-8. No Thrifty back, and somehow, someway, we've returned to a weird sense of normality where the team that won the first pistol round in this half has pulled ahead, as they kind of should do. Like I said, not a traditional way that these games tend to go. But on the other side of things, Tiny Turtle Squad, they've gone an Operator, and Regen's got the Odin. Classic weapon of a Sova over on B site. Dart, it's going to reveal some people. Potentially some opportunities to deal some damage as the Hunter's Fury comes out. Regen's going to stay alive, dodging and weaving, but Logic's found the opener. So Nove is going to try and potentially flood in fast here. Regen's gone down though. Now Nove left to spray through the smoke. Wisdom Cats is here as well, waiting for this dark cover to fade away. It has. Songray spotted, taken out. So now the retake can begin. It's 3v4 though. Wisdom Cats does have a lockdown that maybe could be invested. There hasn't been that long since the bomb's been planted, but iPGN are fighting back out. Is Logic gonna look to clean things up and get himself a 4K. And iPGN will be taking the lead once again in this series. So, well, gonna see a timeout here from Tiny Turtle Squad. I haven't seen too many timeouts in this game. There's been, you know, I think 1 on each map. But, it's gonna be TTS calling the brakes for the first time here on Ascent. And, so yeah, we'll just have to see. If Logic can continue to perform like this, iPGN might be looking to get back into things. I feel like that's definitely one of the reasons why they had such a large score gap over on Sunset. EZK and Logic really just weren't shooting the entire game. The Tiny Turtle Squad were able to make it look so easy. Now they're meeting a little bit more resistance. And, I mean, credit to Tiny Turtle Squad. They've made it so close. However, we'll just have to see if they can bring it over the line, or if iPGN, of course, probably the favorites going into this series, will be able to make it happen. Down to another eco round for Tiny Turtle Squad. Excuse me. I have to see. Ascent. Definitely the closest map we've seen so far. Still anyone's game as well. Of course, in this lower buy. Tiny Turtle Squad certainly won't be favored here. Sending out the undercut, showing a lot of presence over to the B site, and iPGN seeing that, maybe thinking, there's probably a stack here. They would be right. They're going to send it all the way over to A, where there's literally no one waiting. So it's a free site. Of course, Tiny Turtle Squad's very fast to try and rotate over. Nova is going to look for any player he can find out of place. There's no smoke here on Heaven, so he can take these fights, but Logic, sharp as ever. He's found his aim once again. 3 kills on the round, 1 remaining. Vex will finish it.
We crushed them.
What a way to do it. Logic finally coming back online here for iPGN. Climbing his way back up to the top. And on the other side of things, Tiny Turtle Squad, you gotta look back to Gone, back to Regen. They were doing so well early on, but now struggling a little bit. I was saying that this is definitely an unconventional comp. So maybe still a few kinks to iron out. You still got some time. But definitely, they would be much happier, I would imagine, if they could get this win here today. Against iPGN. Against one of what is likely to be one of the tougher opponents here. In Stage 3 relegation, for a chance to get into, you know, the official Stage 3 group stage over in October. For now, again, a bit of a slower default. iPGN just going to be creeping their way forward and main ahead of the smoke. We'll find that first kill. Cats thought for a moment he'd get into it. It's actually gone to find the kill before that dark cover goes out.
Spike planted.
And it was a missed timing there that allows Gon to get that. So now, the null command. It's going to mean Gon can't use the dimensional drift to try and scout out this retake. So they're just going to have to win these fights as main. Peeking out, spotted, and Gon wins the fight. Now looking for more. Gon's found a second. Looking for even more. The lockdown has been placed, but it's only Easy K on the site. And the lockdown will not be able to hold Tiny Turtle Squad off. So finally, they will fight back here on Ascent. Looking to take us the full distance. It's been a crazy series already, getting us all the way here over onto Ascent. But if we could potentially even get to overtime, what a series this would be. We've seen it all. We've seen the crazy clutches, seen the multi-kills. And of course, the thrifties in this map here. Yet to see an ace. That hasn't happened, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Anyways, lots of ults available for Tiny Turtle Squad. Somehow didn't actually use a single one of them last round and still managed to win that. But now they're pulling out all of the tricks, all of the opportunities here. That's a very, very aggressive way to come out of your TP. Gone, you only had an operator. And actually, despite all the ults 3 used, it's going to be iPGN coming out with a kill. Just unable to win that kill contract. It's all down to Gon holding this angle. I don't know if he looked away in unfortunate timing, but even though he had that open line with the operator, unable to convert. Main looks like he wants to go through on this. Flashing through, takes out the op, traded. But it's definitely iPGN with the advantage here. 2 versus 4. The ults have been expended. No other way to try and get into this.
Spike planted.
It's just going to have to be a good, honest 2v4. If there could even be such a thing. As for a 2v4 to happen, someone's got to give up. And it will not be iPGN. They will find their way up to 11. Getting just that little bit closer to taking out this series 2-1. It was a nice attempt there to try and combine all those ultimates to try and find an early advantage, but unfortunately, they just could not do it. Maybe they were expecting if it was just one lurking, yeah, for sure, they would be absolutely destroyed by that, but when all 5 of them were there, they were all able to dodge and weave the Hunter's Fury. And when you're, you know, coming out of a Yoru ult against that many people, I'm surprised he didn't die, to be honest. Took a few shots, but he managed to get away in time. If he had gotten a kill there, it would have been rather crazy. But not to be. Fortunately, they still have some money in the bank. They will be able to scrape together a buy here. Anyways. I really need to get myself a push to mute button. Especially while I'm sick like this. I do apologize. Give myself a little bit of a rest here in this slightly slower round from iPGN. Very happy to just creep forward and take whatever space is given to them. Because for the Tiny Turtle Squad, they either got to hold these angles, you know, quite aggressively, try and find out, or they just have to wait for iPGN to go into them, as they have here. They only have Regen as that initiator player with the regenerating utility to try and get that information. But he's on his own here, only has an Ares, spamming through that wall. Vex will take the timing to swing through. The Gon is here to help out, readjusting the aim. He's gotten two. So bringing this into a very, very winnable situation. He's gone. He's going to wait for his teammates to come and join him. The spike has not been planted as the timer is slowly going down. Vex peeks out.
10 seconds left.
Unfortunately, Nove has disconnected. So this is just a 1v2. Lychee has to try and win now. I don't know if it can be done, but he's found the first. So now 1v1. Or maybe just going to wait to see if Nove will come back. He is actually just holding the stairs angle. He's not looking at Nove. Well, maybe he is. We don't know. But definitely still a chance here to try and win this with Tiny Turtle Squad. Such unfortunate timing for Nove's Wi-Fi to give out. The time is getting lower. Paranoia sent out. Position revealed, and Vex will convert. He was expecting another player to come his way. You can see it. Look at that. Hey, Nove's back. Is he? No, yeah, he is, but it's too late. Unlucky there. Absolutely tragic for Tiny Turtle Squad. In that moment, for Vex to win that. I mean, if Nove was alive, for sure, they should be winning that Tiny Turtle Squad, but that might be the moment to that sends it for Tiny Turtle Squad. That might be the final straw. Is Nove was back for just a second, but he's gone again. Must be so frustrating to lose in that manner, because they were definitely looking like they should have won that round. It was a 2v1. It was looking so good, but then Nove fortunately just could not back up his teammate in Lychee. I imagine the reason why he did not go and try and push the issue was that he was waiting for Nove to come back. And Nove did, but it was just too late. So maybe just waiting out of desperation there, but I feel like in that situation you just have to assume that Nove is coming back. Not coming back. Not coming. That's what he did do. He assumed that Nove would come back, but I feel like you just got to go for the 1v1 there. But of course, it's just an unlucky moment, right? You can't really prep for stuff like that. It's not a common situation. I mean, maybe it is if Nove is consistently crashing like this as he has today. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It happens. Anyways. Just gonna be waiting for Nove to return. It's been alright for the most part, but it's been a little bit rough here over on Ascent. He's came and gone quite a few times, so we'll have to see what can happen. If this does continue for too long, might have to throw it to a break. I'm gonna give my voice a little bit of a rest here, so yeah. We'll have to see what will happen. As well, would you look at that? Look at the wrist as Nove has returned. Of course, much as that was a tech pause, it's also a chance for the teams to have a little bit of a breather. Of course, in a tech pause, they're not actually allowed to be talking to each other, but you can definitely collect your thoughts here if you are Tiny Turtle Squad. Not even sure who the IGN is, but he could definitely, you know, think through things, think what they want to do, and is... No, okay, I saw the message that the timer had done something. I thought it was stopping again, but no, it's moving. We're getting back into things. As well, we'll have to see what happens here. Unfortunately, that round, since Nove disconnected in the middle, I don't think it's allowed to be replayed. I think the only time a round is replayed is if it's a very egregious bug or a bug happens before a kill has happened. But anyway, Nove, he's back and he's here to fight. He's got the first, logic removed. His teammates here to support him as he tries to take this duel against EZK. The hits coming in towards the A site in the meantime. Trades going back and forth. The Tiny Turtle Squad have come out on top of this. hungry. Left with a lot to do as Gon was reloading, but Nove is there to
Down
support.
A.
Of course, Easy K's position is well and truly known. Wisdom Cats, that little jump peek should have spotted him. And now the double swing comes out. Easy K, okay. Bringing it back down to a 1v1. Quick 2K for the Killjoy player, but Nove round the back, unexpected. And will bring Tiny Total Squad up to 10 rounds. As Nove, tech issues be damned, he's gotten himself up to 18 kills here. Announcing his presence back on the server. And definitely must be so frustrating because if Nove was there, if he didn't disconnect, we could be looking at 11-11 here, as close as could be. But because of that disconnection, it's 12-10. And iPGN 1 round away from getting their way from making it a 2-1 series. This round is going to be quite fast over towards this B site. Gon is there and waiting. Killjoy lockdown has been placed on the back of site, so they're just going to have to call a pause here. iPGN is logic, continuing to fight forward into market. Found themselves in a 3v2, but there's still players around lurking on site, but they've been taken down to fairly low HP. And for iPGN, they're actually just reconsidering. Logic, though, exploring a little bit too far, and he will be taken out, as well as Wisdom Cat's finding one of his own, so suddenly back down to a 3v3, back to a point where they could have a chance in this, as Nove, he's arrived on the A site early on, and punishes for that over-aggression in towards Heaven. Still has the double tap as well as Vex is waiting in this position where he could just pop up at any moment, and he does off the back of that pop flash that didn't unfortunately connect onto anyone. Okay, main, getting kills like that is absolutely crazy. Now you have to contest with Gon, and he wins it for the series. The 1 versus 3 clutch, position known, and it doesn't matter. Main gets it done for iPGN. What a way to do it. So unfortunate there for the side of Tiny Turtle Squad. They should have made things a little bit close, but that disconnection problem plaguing them throughout the entire series. And it always sucks to say that they lost because of something that wasn't related to the game. But sometimes it happens, and well, I think they can come out of this knowing that they played their best and really, really came to compete against iPGN, one of the higher rated squads that we have here in Oceania. So definitely lots to be proud of. And yeah, as we're finishing this series up now, 2-1, let's take a quick look at that last round, because that was insane.
One enemy remaining.
Nove made a good job of things. Pop that ultimate, but main just... yeah, that is insane to finish things off. So yeah, we're gonna be finishing things off here. That is the game. I've been Atlas Casts, and yeah, it's been a crazy one. 2-1 to iPGN. Well played. And we'll be back tomorrow with another game as promotion and relegation will continue. But yeah, until then, see you guys later. We're gonna be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The third one in the round. 2 players, both of these are low. Both would fall to 1 bullet as Water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. They choose to contact into him. This could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though, 2 wonderful shots and a third. Taken down, massive effort on the side by Downtail. Opting to go for the information for the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zhugang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. And Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a third. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jin's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. You go for a little bit more. This is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team. And now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back. Won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Also doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top Dasani, plucks him out of the sky. Now position known, the grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whiff from Dynasty, and it's 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer, Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whiffing of that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall, and now UG peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a third. Really well played from UG. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the third, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get through. Spada bang. I think he was spotted. The knife might come out. 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way. Sure, he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out. He gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG.